Assalamu alaikum, how are you all? So, you know that every day I have intention to talk about the different kinds of political discourse, social discourse, or the social phenomenon. So, in today's discussion, I would like to talk about the woman empowerment in Bangladesh. And woman is a big source of our economic facility, social facility, even the political facility in Bangladesh. In our constitution also, it is marked that we have to respect women. We have to ensure the woman's right and the woman's empowerment throughout the activities of the government. And before that, I have to think that this is not the duty of the government to provide everything for a woman and the woman empowerment. Right now in Bangladesh, Bangladesh is getting success in different types of political ideology, social ideology, or the cultural ideology. But the basic problem is that we have no strategy how we can make a basic development, how we can make a basic collaboration with the woman empowerment and the woman success in Bangladesh. So in that strategy, our government has to be soon is concerned in achieving the success, in achieving the rights and the right-based activities of the woman and the woman empowerment. For example, in the garment sector or most of the industrial sector, a woman is only getting 8 weeks as a maternity leave. But you have to remind maternity leave it is not only the one way to get the right based element from the government. Even the individual authority or the government sector they have to come forward to utilize these types of problems for the basic development of the woman. So right now the present situation of the Bangladesh women's empowerment is in a very good position. But I think if the government is taking certain circumstances, is taking a very good way for the rituals and for the absolute satisfaction and success of the woman, that would be much more better. The first reason is that in Bangladesh, half of our population is women. So if we can make a basic development over the women's education, that will give us the highly success in political matters, in social matters, or in the cultural matters. For example, our women they are now, right now in pursuing different kinds of political posts. Also, even 50 political members of different kinds of political leaders, they are emphasizing, they are reflected their ideology. Being a member of the parliament right now, even right now there are lots of women empowerment we can see in the parliament also. So what is the duty of the parliament? The parliament duty is to reflect the people's voice through the prospect, through the success of the women's satisfactions and for the development of a specific country. That I have already mentioned, Bangladesh is a very good country. Bangladesh is a codified country, but Bangladesh problem is that Bangladesh is not well structured and well formation. So whenever you have a strategy, you have economic balance, social imbalance, political imbalance. In that perspective, you have no righteous way to get the success in Bangladesh with a very short time in that mechanism. So the question may arise: how will you make a basic development of the woman in a single society or in an individual society in Bangladesh? The first reason is that we need to take some authentic strategies for empowering the women. For example, first of all, we have to take the initiative to educate all the women. Whenever they will be so educated, they can contribute it on, they can impact it on our society. For example, the dowry system in Bangladesh, it is on a kind of heinous activities, but the women, they are not concerned over this matter. The second region, in the perspective, how the government can engage the woman in the political culture or the government culture. For example, in different types of offices there is a boss, so we have to recruit the woman as the boss, and by this region, by this way, a woman will get the more prolific assessment by the different kinds of sources, different types of ideologies. So that will make it much more bigger than the previous lifestyle. So in the previous time, our women could not achieve any kind of success as they could not get the strategy of success in their present lifestyle, in their past lifestyle also. But the world has been changed day by day. Right now, we have to utilize the woman not only for the development of Bangladesh but also for the development of the individual integrity in the South Asia. In the South Asian perspective, women right now they are emphasizing, they have faced lots of political issues, social issues, or other issues, and we have to give up from the strategy for our own development and own benefit. For example, I would like to give you a a very good example of the woman empowerment in Bangladesh. So when I was a law student, so whenever I was a law student, then I got lots of information about the woman empowerment, like Rizwana Hassan, of the president of the Bela. So before 2 months ago, he was the environmental advisors in Bangladesh. Even before being the environmental advisors in Bangladesh, he was in a very good position. He was in a sophisticated position. By holding this position, the woman could empower properly. Even he was much more qualified than the other people and the other male figure also. So in that respect and in that perspective, I think that the government should take effective criteria to empower the women for the political use and the political achievement also. The third reason, by the third way, by following this way, Bangladeshi government, they can make a basic development of the woman. The third reason is that whenever a woman will be economically sophisticated, economically he will be fulfilled, there will be no problem to become a very good human being for the society. Because whenever a woman will be more solvent, whenever a woman will be more powerful in the monetary sector, then he can contribute on more on the social conscience and the social perspective, and in that time that will be much more effective for our society. So being motivated by my recommendation, I think that the government should take the strategy to overlap the woman's conscience to make a basic development of the woman, and that will help us to achieve the sustainable success in the woman empowerment in Bangladesh. So we all know about the SDG goals 2050. So another goal of the SDG is to make the woman empowerment, to make the equal satisfaction in achieving the right-based activities in Bangladesh. According to Article 27, 28, 3 and 24, 4 in Bangladesh Constitution, it is directly mentioned that we have to respect the woman not only for this reason she is a woman, but also for this reason she is the part of our economic growth, part of our GNP, part of our GDP, even part of our effective success in Bangladesh. So having lots of political issues, social issues, cultural issues and socio-political issues, still I believe that woman is a very good way whether we can achieve our success with a very short time. For example, if you look after the BCS examination, in that time you get lots of examples. The woman got the success in the BCS examination. So I'm from the legal background, so whenever you will look after the court division or the court procedure, then you also think that there are lots of women who will fully reflect their ideological studies, legal studies, or the social studies by doing these types of effective activities. So this is our success. Success doesn't mean woman will make income huge amount of money for the family for his own benefit, but success is that whenever a woman is empowerful, and by this empowerful he can willfully contribute on the society, and in that procedure our society will achieve the success with a very short term. There will be no differentiation of the success of the man and the success of the woman. So even the Bangladeshi government, I believe that they will definitely take some authentic duties for the empowerment of the woman, not only for the political demographic, but also for the social strategy in achieving the success for the development of the Bangladeshi culture and the Bangladeshi economy. So we have faced lots of political, social, cultural, or pro-political mechanism in achieving the success of the woman. But still, we believe that the male figure of Bangladesh, they will come forward to resolve this types of matter in the future time also. So on hand, I'm saying that we will achieve the success. We will achieve the empowerment of the woman in our present context. On the other hand, we are not believe of our own context, own constituent. Even we have no belief a woman can achieve the success. For example, the present ratio in Bangladesh is that a male figure has five children, two is woman and three is male figure. So if I make a comparative discussions over the look after mechanism, the father is usually loved with his son. He is not interested on his daughter, but in the future time his daughter will be the asset of Bangladesh. In the future time his daughter will look after everything. So this is actually success. So right now the duty is to we have to exchange the sustainable success in the procedure for enabling justice. It would have been better for the Bangladeshi government to take the effective strategies by following the India, by following Pakistan, or by following the sophisticated country of the world. So if Bangladeshi government they can introduce these types of effective settlement from the foreign country in the empowerment of, so then this is one kind of political success for Bangladesh. If Bangladesh achieve the principles of CEDAW program in Bangladesh, we have to mention that our foreign country, our neighbor country, India, they have already been achieved the CEDAW convention, but till now we did not achieve the CEDAW convention in Bangladesh. But there are basically these basic reasons. So the basic problem is that CEDAW has a much more qualification, much more contradiction program with the Bangladeshi laws and activities. For example, in Islam, it is said that the woman, they will only gauge the half of a male figure. But CEDAW program, they mention that the woman will get the equal property from the male figure. But it is not justified in Islam and according to our social practice. So for these types of social program or the social progress, the provisions of some of the provision of CEDAW is directly contradict with our Islamic philosophy and the Islamic status. So either it is possible for the Bangladesh to merge the whole concept of the CEDAW program, or Bangladesh can achieve the goals of the CEDAW by enabling the steps of social rights and the cultural rights. I don't think that if it is possible for the Bangladeshi government to achieve the CEDAW installment without any kind of success and justification, but still I believe that Bangladesh will try its level best to empowering women in different kinds of sector. For example, the political sector, social sector, cultural sector, or the ideological basis sector. So if I make a comparative discussion with Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan, Bangladesh's position is far more better than the position of India, Pakistan, and the other countries. So right now we have only one duty to achieve the new success following the international law, international principle, and following the international case studies, so that we can achieve the success with a very short time. So everything will depend on our activities and the activities of the government, and still this is not possible to establish all kinds of CEDAW right in Bangladesh. That doesn't mean in the future time it will not establish in Bangladesh. So right now I have only one criteria. We can wait for the proposal. We can wait for merging these types of provisions with our social belonging offer and the social activities. And by this way, Bangladesh government will fulfill all of its demand and activities from the foreign countries and the foreign convention. So after observing everything, I have to say that Bangladesh's woman empowerment is a very good propositions, but the civil societies, even the newspapers or the law enforcement agencies, they have to come forward to achieve the sustainable success in our all kinds of stakeholders. So I would like to mention a new thing is that there is a provision of the breastfeeding culture in every sector. But till now, we have not achieved the success to establish the breastfeeding corner for the women and for the girls. So it is much more needed for the development strategies and development procedure. So it is high time we have not talked about this matter, but right now I have to talk about this matter not only for my development but also development for our common strategies, more particularly the women and the woman figure in Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum.